Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks. Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Continuing Education, Certificate Programs, Certificate in Food and Nutrition, CFN, CFN-1U and your food BLOCK-3 process of food selection and preparation Unit-13, selection and preparation of sugar and jaggery and their nutritive value. Sugar and jaggery are not dietary essentials but ordinarily form a part of our diet. They are a useful source of energy. They cater to the appetite for sweet foods. In this unit, you will study about their nutritive value, the types of sugar and jaggery available in the market, their selection and method of storage, and the different ways in which they can be used in our daily diet. 13.0 Objectives. After studying this unit, you will be able to times state the nutritive value of sugar and jaggery, times list the different types of sugar available in the market, times select and store sugar and jaggery properly, and times state different ways in which sugar and jaggery can be used in our daily diet. 13.1 Introduction. You would have enjoyed eating sweet preparations like burfi, gulab jamuns, rasgullas, ice creams. These sweets and desserts form an important part of any feast or social functions like birthdays or marriages. All these preparations have sugar as an ingredient. Your tea, coffee, soft drinks and other beverages also contain sugar. The main sweetening agent all over the world is sugar. This is made from sugarcane or sugar beets. In our country, sugarcane is used for making sugar, while in European countries, especially West Germany, sugar beets are used. Whichever source is used for the production of sugar, the product obtained is the same. Our country is one of the largest producers of sugar. Sugar is produced from sugarcane in the factories. In brief, the process of making sugar is, the sugarcane is crushed. The juice so obtained has some impurities. It is then refined and concentrated to form sugar crystals. In our villages even now a large quantity of sugarcane is used to produce jaggery or gur. It is prepared by farmers at home or in fields. While making jaggery, sugarcane juice is boiled and concentrated in large iron pans. The concentrated mixture is then well stirred and allowed to set into a solid mass. Although jaggery is produced from the same sugarcane, it has a brown color because it is not refined to the same degree as sugar. In India, our combined daily intake of sugar and jaggery per person ranges from 10 to 30 grams or 2 to 6 teaspoons. Honey is another sweetening agent. It is derived from flowers. It is popular for its taste and flavor through the agency of honey bees. Sometimes it is used as a medicine. However, its availability is limited and cost is quite high. 13. 2. Types of sugar and jaggery. The different varieties of sugar and jaggery available in the market are as follows. Times granulated sugar. This is the most commonly used form of sugar. It has large crystals. For making cakes, pastries, biscuits, powdered form of sugar is used as it mixes well with butter or ghee. Granulated sugar when powdered is called caster sugar. Times icing sugar. When granulated sugar is powdered finely and a little amount of corn flour is mixed in it, it is called icing sugar. This is used for decorating cakes, pastries, biscuits. Times sugar cubes. This is a form of granulated sugar in which the crystals are bound together into a solid mass. The mass is then cut into cubes of desired size or shape. Sugar cubes are used for coffee, tea. Times jaggery. It is also made from sugarcane. There are two main varieties of jaggery. One variety is solid, light golden in color, and the other is soft and dark golden in color. 13.3 Selection of sugar and jaggery. It has been discussed earlier in this unit that there are different types of sugar available in the market. Buy sugar according to its intended use. For example, icing sugar for decorating cakes, granulated sugar or sugar cubes for coffee, tea, caster sugar for making biscuits and cakes. While buying sugar, you should be careful to note that it is free from lumps, dirt and adulterants like suji. 13.4 Nutritive value of sugar and jaggery. Sugar is a pure carbohydrate in nature. Carbohydrates are energy-giving substances. Thus, sugar is an easily digestible source of energy. Sugar provides energy. Besides providing energy, the other function of sugar in the diet is to provide sweetness. To keep the energy intake at the required level, the sugar intake can be restricted since an adult person's diet has many other sources of energy. However, sugar and jaggery play an important role in the diet of young children. Young children need plenty of energy, but they cannot eat a large amount of food at a time. Therefore, addition of sugar and jaggery to their diet can give more energy without increasing the bulk. Jaggery is unrefined. In addition to energy, it also supplies iron, calcium and vitamin complex. Jaggery has more nutritive value. Therefore, jaggery should be preferred to sugar. Today, unfortunately, in most of our traditional dishes, jaggery has been replaced by sugar. Prefer jaggery to sugar, it is more nutritious and cheaper. 13.5 Storing of sugar and jaggery. Sugar and jaggery are hygroscopic and must be stored in airtight containers. These tins should be thoroughly cleaned and well dried in the sun. 13.6 Sugar preparations. Sugar is used in a number of ways in Indian households. The use of sugar depends on its various properties. Let us now study about properties and uses of sugar. 13.6 1. Properties of sugar. Sugar is hygroscopic. Sugar has the tendency to absorb water and get wet. You must have observed this during the rainy season or when we add crystalline sugar to a vessel which is moist. In such conditions, the sugar becomes moist and sticky, and many a times a little syrup is formed. So, keeping in view this property of sugar, it is very important to store sugar in dry and airtight containers. Use dry spoons to ladle out sugar. Sugar is highly soluble in water. The solubility increases as the temperature of the solution is increased. So much so we can dissolve even more than 1/2 kg of sugar in 1 liter water. Syrups of varying consistencies are formed for preparing different food preparations. Thin syrups are used for making sweets like halwas, and thick syrup in the preparation of squashes. Super saturated solution on cooling form crystals. On cooling, a super saturated solution of sugar, crystallization of sugar occurs. This is the process used to prepare sweets such as ladus and candies. Sugar hydrolysis in the presence of acid, inversion. In the presence of acids, the sugar dissolved in water is partially hydrolyzed to form glucose and fructose, which is known as invert sugar. This process is called inversion. The property of invert sugar is that it does not crystallize. This property of invert sugar is therefore used in some sugar preparations where crystallization is undesirable. For example, in the making of jam, fruit is boiled in a sugar solution. In the presence of acids contained in the fruit, inversion occurs. Because of formation of invert sugar, crystallization does not occur when jam is stored. Similarly, presence of invert sugar in sweets and toffees prevents crystallization. 13th June 2002, Uses of sugar. Sugar is used in many ways in our diet. Here are a few examples. Times sugar is used in beverages like tea, coffee, milk, buttermilk, lassi and sharbat. Times sugar is added to porridges, kheers, etc. to make them sweet and palatable. Times sugar is added to foods to reduce their natural bitterness and sourness, e.g. chutneys, jams, jellies. Times when higher concentration of sugar is used, it acts as a preservative by binding moisture. The examples of foods with sugar as preservative are condensed milk, jam, jellies, murabbas, squashes and cordials. Similarly, you can store sweets like burfi, gulab jamuns, rasgullas for a long time as they contain a large amount of sugar. Times toffees, chocolate, candies, brittles are made almost entirely of sugar. Times the color, flavor and taste of baked foods like biscuits, cakes, etc. is due to the presence of sugar in them. Times icing sugar is used for decorating cakes, pastries and biscuits. Sugar dissolves in water. When heated, this solution easily forms a syrup. When this syrup is thickened by heating and cooling, crystallization occurs. This is the process used to prepare sweets like ladus, candies. 13.7 Caution against excessive use of sugar. Let us see where we have to control ourselves from eating sugar. Most of us find sweet foods attractive and tempting, and so we tend to eat more sweet foods than is good for us. Let us see what is wrong with consuming sugar in excess. Sugar is almost pure carbohydrate. It contains no other nutrient. Excessive sugar can lead to obesity, i.e., one becomes abnormally fat. The simplest way to lose weight is to eat less of carbohydrates and fats. If we eat less of carbohydrate-rich foods like chapati, rice, bread, etc., we would certainly consume less carbohydrates, but we would also get less proteins and other nutrients. But if we cut down on sugar, we are restricting only carbohydrates and not other nutrients. At the same time, if we eat too many foods containing sugar, we shall not feel hungry and eat less of other foods like vegetables, fruits and cereals which give us valuable nutrients. Eat less sugar to prevent tooth decay. Secondly, sugar is bad for teeth. High consumption of sugar and sweets leads to dental caries or decay of teeth. Avoid eating sweet snacks in between meals. Sticky sweets like toffees, brittles should also be avoided. 13.8 Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners are those substances that we use as substitute for sugar, for example saccharin and aspartame. Nowadays artificial sweeteners are being used in the food industry and in various health conditions. In food industry they are being used in the baked foods, convenience foods, diet foods and also in beverages. Artificial sweeteners have an important role to play in the different health conditions, as it is used by obese people who are on a weight loss diet and by diabetics. Its use prevents the dental decay and cavities, thereby improving the dental health. 13.9 Let us sum up. Sugar and jaggery provide us calories. Jaggery, in addition, provides calcium, iron and vitamin B complex. Encourage use of jaggery in our traditional dishes. Sugar is sweet and is enjoyed by us. However, excessive intake of sugar is harmful. It can lead to dental caries, obesity and other related diseases. Diabetics is one of them. 13.10 Glossary. Crystallization, process of formation of crystals, pure solid form, on cooling of a hot supersaturated solution. Hydrolysis, breakdown of a substance into simpler forms. Hygroscopic, nature of absorbing moisture from the atmosphere. Inversion, breaking down of sucrose, table sugar, into glucose and fructose in the presence of acid. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video with the next chapter.